that dreaded entertainment. I don't know what the fuck that was. Akasan here. What up? What is going on? Now, oh my god, Screen Junkies saw what you did with Batman v Superman. It was funny. I saw what you did with Civil War. I give you credit for that. You best not fuck up my experience with Suicide Squad. Ooh, if you fucked that one up, man. One of my favorite movies this year, and was definitely my most anticipated movie this year. If you change the way I look on this, nah, I'm just kidding. You know they're gonna tear it apart right now. It's just a matter of time. I don't care. I still fuck with that movie. I think it's great. Well, no, I won't say great, but still, for what they had, it's a Suicide Squad movie. Come on. All right, let's see. God damn it. Let's see. Like, my only worries with this, with Screen Junkies, is the fact that, and I noticed this with Civil War, is even if they personally like the movie or something like that, they just kind of find what the biggest internet comments are. Like, they'll find what the biggest internet gripes are, and they'll script things off of that. So let me see what they're gonna do. Well, what I expect. One, I expect they're gonna make a joke about Joker not being in the movie enough, even though that's the main reason. Joker and Harley was the main thing people were going to talk about, or went to go see the movie for. They're probably going to make a joke about Will Smith basically playing Will Smith in the movie. They're going to say the plot's pretty thin. They'll probably make a joke about the whole dancing thing with Enchantress looking like a wacky inflatable tube man, that guy. Any other things that I can think of that's going to be big? They probably won't do the Justice League. They won't talk about the end credit or make fun of it at all. They'll definitely talk about the plot and how the plot was fairly thin. And maybe Diablo. The fact that Diablo suddenly could speak an ancient language and they never covered it at all. And the trailers. The fact that the footage from the trailers has not been shown. That was not shown in the movie, and a lot of Leto's work was cut. Anyways, without further ado, let's go on and get on to this now. Fuck! I'm not ready!
From the studio that owns awesome heroes like Batman and Superman comes a film about the worst heroes ever. And that's from their actual trailer. Way to go, guys. You honest trailered yourself. Suicide Squad. After the mixed reception for the last movie, Warner Brothers probably regrets spending just 6 weeks on the script for this one.
Yes.
Now, they have 4 short months to reshuffle their executives, juggle 7 different cuts, reshoot the 3rd act, deliver on all the Joker stuff they already put in the trailers, and manage a director who takes shots at their biggest competition. Marvel! It's like there's some kind of... what's the word?
Well, we some kind of Suicide Squad.
Man, this thing is writing itself. With Superman-level threats on the rise, Amanda Waller has a solution. She's bringing together a bunch of bad guys to save the world.
This girl can do some pretty...
Is that Wink in there originally?
From the bad guys she brought together to save the world.
Do your worst, bitch.
They're high on attitude, but dangerously low on relevant skills. Like a man who's half crocodile, half racial stereotype.
Any other requests?
Yes!
A guy who shoots fire, but won't.
I'm gonna die in peace before I raise my fist again.
One chicken chomping exposition machine who blurts out whatever the plot needs him to.
We gotta cut her heart out!
Here comes Slipknot, the man who can climb anything.
Her heart's out! We can end this!
A drunk guy with a boomerang. Some Steven Seagal looking at a 90s girl with a bat.
Sorry.
A lady who just kind of shows up and barely says anything and has a magic sword and isn't even a bad guy.
Yep.
Why is she here?
This is Katana. She's got my back. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims.
Wow, he really...
That's good to know.
Yeah,
and Will Smith
exposition.
doing everything he can to save this movie.
If she can't cut it and her grades start slipping, I mean, you white people that thing. You know how I do. Oh, yeah.
In a world of flying men and monsters, this is the only way to protect our country.
Is it though? You'll love these good guys gone bad, but they're going up against bad guys who are even badder than the bad good guys, with bad guys like the putties from Power Rangers with the caviar all over their faces,
Yeah.
Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple, and the Enchantress, an ancient spirit released by the world's worst archaeologist. Watch Cara Delevingne make the jump from modeling to acting, like the way the inflatable arm things outside car dealerships.
What did I
as
just
she
say?
formulates an evil plot to destroy the world with... Wait, let me guess. It's a sky beam, isn't it? Surrounded by rubble, and a disposable CGI army too, right? Man, this really sounds like a job for the Avengers, or really any other movie in the last 10 years.
Wow.
But we
Wow.
are only here for one reason: the Joker.
Yeah.
And we're barely gonna get any of it.
Yep.
Experience Jared Leto's intense method acting that blurred the line between actor, character, and total douchebag.
Who did your son use Harlem to? Oh, everybody.
As he does in just 10 minutes of screen time, what no other actor has been able to do. Make the Joker totally suck in an interpretation that combines James Franklin's Spring Breakers
Look at mine!
with Ace Ventura
This handsome.
Honka, honka, yeah. Right, I thought about that.
and Cat, I think? It's so edgy, you could cut him out of the movie and it wouldn't make any difference. Get ready for a film that loves exposition almost as much as it hates helicopters. As they literally spell out who the characters are, tell you how they're feeling at all times.
She seems nice.
That is just a mean lady.
Oh, like her.
You
Evil!
And keep reminding you who's good and who's bad.
Yeah.
Are the worst. These are villains, Amanda. You notice these are criminals?
They're bad guys.
I'm the bad guy. Don't forget, we're the bad guys.
We get it. You all suck. So gear up with a film we all thought would put the DC Extended Universe back on track.
Really?
But instead gave us 2 hours of characters trying to look cool, to a soundtrack that feels like someone scanning through a radio dial. With great performances by Will Smith, Margot Robbie,
Really?
and Jai Courtney of all people, that get canceled out by this hula hooping witch and this manorexic juggalo. But hey, at least Wonder Woman looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Starring One-Eyed Willie, Violent Davis, Daddy's little cosplayer, Heath Ledger, that's
Oh!
Matos, to Croc Couture, just the worst, G.I. Blows, Real American Zero. This is Katana. She's got my back. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims. Lawnmower Man. Am I too soon? I'm too soon. And what it felt like watching this movie. Boondock Tames.
That was our main satellite up late.
Oh no, now all they have left is the satellite they used to film the other satellite. Be sure to subscribe
Okay.
for more honest trailers.
Oh!
Screen Junkies, want even more Suicide Squad in your life?
No,
Then click
that was
the box
too
on the
much.
left to check out our extended version of this honest
Alright, I
trailer,
will, I
featuring
will.
even more jokes,
Oh,
all
shit.
alternate starring names, and absolutely no more Joker. That's a guarantee. All
Stop.
cut and uncensored. And while we have you, click the box on the right to check out our upcoming roast of Darth Vader, featuring Anakin Skywalker getting burned again.
Yeah,
The Force
no more
will be
roast
with him.
on that one.
She just told everyone the deepest, darkest secret.
Fucking
You
A.
must be so.
Now, you know, I actually checked out the roast of, which one was it? Rick Grimes. It was alright. It was alright. I don't know, maybe, I don't know what it is. Like, I know this is done in, their roasts are done in the proper roasting fashion, but I don't know, just something about it just it came off a little strange for some reason. I guess, you know what it is? I know what it is. I think because of the fact that the characters are fictional and it wasn't the actual people. So, you know, with an actual roast, a real roast, you actually see like, people are getting, like, right to their faces. You see them getting embarrassed and joked on, and it's kind of all love or whatever. But and then they get a chance to respond back, which is fine. This is true Rose fashion. But it's, what I wanted to say is, I guess because they're fictional, I don't know, maybe it just wasn't the best writing with The Walking Dead. I don't know. It was weird. It was very weird. Maybe I'll check out the Captain America one, and I'll do the Star Wars later. But it's a 50-minute show too. Anyways, enough about that. Screen Junkies. They you know, the one that hurt me the most. The one that hurt me the most was the Heath Ledger. That one was painful. That one was painful. Like part cat. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say because I actually liked this movie a lot. I understand why it didn't live up to expectations, but that's also comic fans for you. You know, it's like, you really, I don't know how to explain it. Like, because I know no matter what I'm going to say, will get contradicted anyways. And I guess that's the, encountered anyways in the comments section. I guess that maybe that's the beauty. That's somewhat the interesting beauty of being a comic fan, is that there's so many different types of comic fans, and there's so many different iterations of comics, of characters that we have grown, you know, generations of the generations that we've grown to love, that we all have our different idea of what a particular character should be, right? And a movie like Suicide Squad, when the writing isn't as strong as it could be, it's going to be very easy to poke holes at certain stuff. I feel that if the writing was just a little bit stronger and it wasn't just shoved out, you know, just shoveled out and just put out just to put a movie out, I think we would have looked at it a little bit differently. If they had a little more Joker in there, we would have looked at it a little bit more differently. There might have been more jokes about the fact that it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's called the Suicide Squad movie, but we, the majority is only Harley Quinn and Joker or something like that, right? Or they would have called it, you know, Suicide Squad, aka the prequel to the Harley and Joker movie or something like that, right? Do you guys see where I'm coming from here? Some of the other stuff they pointed out, what else? Just that Heath Ledger shit, fuck. Okay, there are some issues, like, I can see where people really, like, I really didn't like the tattoo situations. I thought that was a little over the top here, especially with the, tattoo on the forehead situation, but certain parts I really did like his portrayal. I like the fact that if you read I believe it's the hardcover comic called Joker, and that is written by the team of 100 Bullets, Brian Azzarello or something like that. If you read that book, then I think you'll be a little more okay with Ledger's version of Joker, because that's the one I sort of related it to. The look was pulled a lot more from, I believe, no, it's not Alan Moore. It might be Grant Morrison's Batman R.I.P. Bunch of tattoos on there. Wait, am I saying that? Or maybe no, maybe not. Maybe that's actually Frank Miller. The tattoo, the look, kind of is very similar to Batman R.I.P., but the whole deal with the tattoos might have been inspired by Frank Miller's stuff from All-Star Batman and Robin. And, yeah, I mean, yeah. the movie, yeah, let's be honest, the movie was quite a mess. But for me, at least, it was a decent mess. Like, it's one of those, I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's one of those movies that I can actually be like, yeah, alright. Like, I can go back and look at that Suicide Squad. I can go back and watch that movie and be like, alright, cool. Like, you know, I'll fast forward through certain parts, but overall it was just kind of like a simple play-through movie, so to speak. And there's moments, I guess that's like the way they kind of critique Zack Snyder a lot, and the fact that all of his movies are all of his movies are just a collection of moments. I kind of see that with Suicide Squad as like my girl, she said that it just felt like an extended trailer. It was the trailer basically extended, and there wasn't really much else to fill in. And Screen Junkies did a very good point, pointed out a really good point about the fact that the exposition was just given through the characters a lot. And half the movie is just Amanda Waller explaining people, and then Deadshot explains the situation, and then you have Captain, whatever his name is, Flag, Capture the Flag, got it, explaining things. So I get it. I get where certain points here are. I wish they did make a joke about the Batman, the irony behind Batman jumping a black family in the middle of a dark alleyway. like, wait a second. And is there anything else I need to really pinpoint on? Anything else? Not much I can really think of other than that. Okay, guys, Red Dreaded Nation. Am I too soon? Am I too soon? There's so much stuff I'm going to be thinking about later today while watching The Flash. Fuck it, man. Red Dreaded Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think about the honest trailers. Do you feel like they hit the nail on the coffin? I feel so bad because they are shitting on DCEU so much. And I particularly felt like this Suicide Squad wasn't as bad as it could have been. I personally, you know, I never, like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's something like I never really heard much of until they announced the movie. I mean, I saw Assault on Arkham, and that was a great story. I suggest watching that, but it's a fucking Suicide Squad movie. It was like, I wasn't really going into it expecting it to be amazing. But from what I saw with the trailers, it hyped me up enough that the trailers felt to me like, showed me that it was going to be a movie where they were more concerned about the art form and almost like a music video, I suppose. And the way they cut the trailers were just cut so well that I felt like it was going to be like kind of like similar to seeing The Matrix, in a way where the music was going to help dictate the story and move the story along. And for me, I wasn't disappointed in that sense. I bought the album. I want to get it again. The album did great. I think it was the only album to go gold this year, or platinum or something like that. It performed really well. The artistic style, I really liked it. The imagery, I still need to edit my tour when I went to the WB. I need to get that video up for you guys because they really did. For me, they did Suicide Squad very well in that sense. The art form of it all, I think they handled that very properly. Even Six Flags Magic Mountain did like a huge Halloween. I suggest you check it out. Go on YouTube, you'll see some nice videos. I feel like the marketing wise, they did a really good job doing what they could with a fucking Suicide Squad movie. Like, you know. Anyways, it is what it is, and you know what? It could be worse. It could be Transformers type storytelling. See what I did there? Speaking of which, I'll get to that trailer sooner or later next week when Dante, DC-san, is around or something, because I'm sure he's way more into that franchise than I am, okay? For all you people asking me about that reaction. Alright guys, you guys take care of yourselves. I'm so disappointed and just depressed now to watch The Flash. Am I too soon? I'm out.
All my friends